G'day folks, Cliff Wren. I'm a director here at Ray White Rural Broken Hill. We've been given the task to undertake the Central Darling Shire's unpaid rates auction. Now this particular rates auction is coming up on the last week of October. The auctions are a bit different than normal, meaning it's not like a normal residential, commercial type of auction. We are under strict policies and procedures pertaining to this particular auctions. Just an overview of what's happening with the Central Darling Shire's unpaid rates auction. So Monday, the 26th of October is the first day where we kick off the auctions, and this is located at Wilkenya. 10 a.m. starts, and it's located at the Wilkenya Community Town Hall. All these particulars I'm expressing to you verbally is on our website and also on our brochures that we have at our office, etc. So if you miss out anything here on the video clip here today, you can just scroll through our internet site and you'll still pick up this information. So, okay, we've got 31 properties starting on Monday, the 26th of October, and that's at Wilkenya. On Tuesday, we have 30 properties at Wilkenya also. So we'll be auctioning off White Cliffs properties also, but based in Wilkenya. So keep scrolling through the internet and you'll be able to find out some more information pertaining to those properties. And then once we finish those two days, and then we're off to Ivanhoe. There's approximately 27 properties being offered for sale under the hammer at Ivanhoe. Same time, 10 a.m, and Ivanhoe Community Hall is the location we're conducting the auctions. And then the last job is Menindee, and that's on Friday the 30th of October. Again, same time, 10 a.m, and it's located at the Menindee Community Hall. Again, so all that information is still on our website. Now, what I would like to go through, and this is why it's a bit different, this particular auction is different than most other auctions, is that there is terms and conditions that you, the purchaser, really need to get a grasp on and understand. And if you don't understand these particular conditions, by all means, please give me a call, Cliff Wren at Ray White Broken Hill, and I'm happy to walk you through the terms and conditions and the reasons behind it. But going through it, here are majority of the terms and conditions. All bidders to be registered prior to all auctions. Non-registered bidders will not be permitted inside the community halls due to strict COVID-19 policies and procedures. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are intending on bidding at the auctions for the Central Darling unpaid auctions, rates auctions, you need to be registered, and I request that you register prior to these auctions by coming into our office on Crystal Street, Broken Hill. Alternatively, we can email you the registration forms, etc. What we're wanting to do is be efficient and have all registered bidders all registered prior to these auctions. Okay, so all properties sold up to the value of $10,000 must be paid for in full on the day of sale. Okay, let's put this in layman terms. You buy a block of land or you buy a house, you've paid $5,000 for it, you sign the contract of sale on the day and you pay the $5,000. That is part of the condition of this sale. So I reiterate this, anything up to $10,000 must be paid for in full on the day. So whether that be cash, whether that be cheque or electronic funds transferred. The auctioneer may refuse to accept any bid that in the auctioneer's opinion is not in the best interest of the seller. This is quite a normal condition pertaining to auctions. What I'm trying to do as the auctioneer is to basically stamp out rogue bidders. And this is where this particular condition comes in, and I can exercise that right under the Property Stock and Business Agents Act. 2 auctions will be held each day. So what we're trying to do, what the Central Darling Shire is trying to do, is give everyone ample opportunity to purchase these properties, and also people in a financial hardship position, it gives them the opportunity to purchase these particular properties at auction. So what we're trying to do is, on the first round of auction, is that one registered bidder may only purchase one parcel of land or one title. So I'll say that again. One registered bidder can only purchase one title or one parcel of land. Now, if we get to a position where 10 or 15 of those properties get passed in, well, then we conduct a second round of auction, and then it's open slather. If you're a bidder and you want to buy 10 parcels on the second round, that's fine. But on the first round, it's one bidder per one parcel of land. Now, as I previously explained, it's so that the people in these communities have ample opportunity to purchase a house or a block of land. We're not trying to sell this to multiple investors, etc. We want the community to be involved in this transaction. Okie doke. So, what we also have is a number of properties that are landlocked. Now, what I will be doing is, prior to each of these properties coming up for auction, I will announce clearly and precisely which particular properties are landlocked, meaning that there is no access road, there is no route to these properties unless you're Dick Smith and have a helicopter which you can fly on. But what I will be saying, and we've got to have a bit of common sense here, is that if you're intending to bid on these landlocked properties, you know, you're really got to ask the question to yourself, well, I'm bidding on something that I have no access to. I'm bidding on something that I will be liable for rates, etc., insurances and so on, or any liability. So what we're trying to emphasise is that the neighbouring properties, the neighbouring owners, you know, we will really want you to attend this auction so that it's given to you, well, it's an opportunity for you to bid on these landlocked parcels of land that's adjoining to your property. So if you find yourself in that position where you know that there's a landlocked property on your neighbouring side, give me a call and we can go through the correct procedures and the contracts of where these properties are, etc. So again, you know, we're trying to stamp out rogue bidders. You know, if there's a property saying 40 acres of land and it's landlocked and somebody wants to buy it because they want to do a bit of pig hunting on it or a bit of fishing, well, you've got no access to it. So it is really pointless of making any further inquiry unless you're the neighbouring property owner that it's in your best interest to have. All right, so we've got houses that are up for auction as well, and part of the condition of sale pertaining to those houses is that they're sold as tenants in common, sold as is, where is. There is no access prior to the sale of these properties. I mean, you can drive past them and walk around the block, but the occupancy of the dwellings is unknown. You know, there may be someone living in there. So vacant possession of these properties is the responsibility of the purchaser. So I say that if you're intending to buy a house at one of these auctions, vacant possession is the responsibility of the purchaser. Now, there are other conditions pertaining to each and every allotment and to the auction, and that's clearly outlined in the contracts of sale. So if you're looking at purchasing a certain title, by all means give me a call, contact our office, Ray White Broken Hill, and we can email you through a copy of the contract. Now, I do strongly urge all bidders to have independent legal advice, and I can't be more clear than this. And if there are certain properties that you're interested in and you're unsure about, you know, covenants, easements, any other legalities pertaining to the allotments, I stress, you know, get some independent advice. And I say this on this basis. Auction is an unconditional sale. So when I conduct the auction and you sign that contract, if you are the successful bidder and you sign that contract, it is a binding agreement between you and the vendor. You pay your money on the day of the auction, i.e. up to the value of $10,000 must be paid in full, and you sign the contract gets exchanged, and it's an unconditional sale. Both parties are bound to fulfil that settlement of that contract. So I stress again, make sure you're pre-approved with finance, make sure you have the financial capability of purchasing these properties, because it is an unconditional sale. Now, if you haven't been to many auctions, it's a fairly simple process. I, as the auctioneer, will walk you through each property on each day of the auctions. So to give you an idea, you know, we've got lot 1 DP 757293, which is, this is an example only, 154 Hood Street, Wilcannia. And the way I would start the auction on that would be, okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the contracts pertaining to 154 Hood Street, etc. Do we have a bid and offer at $250? Raise your ticket, raise your arm and give me an offer at $250. And if I see something at $250, I'll go $250. Thank you very much. At $250 the bid we have there now. Can we go by $50 increments? Is there 3 in the crowd there anywhere? $250. Three we have. At $300 the bid there now. Back to the starter at $350. So it goes a little bit quick. It's a bit efficient, but I will slow it down in some circumstances. So I thank you very much. Have a lovely day. If there's any questions, please contact Cliff at Ray White Real Estate, Broken Hill.